What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building, I got my podcast family off in this thing. Big Court, what's good with it, boss?
What's going on with your family?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. First of all, Court, what the hell is you doing in this A-Town, boss?
Bruh, I came down here to see you.
Oh, get out of here, man. You came down to kick flavor
Yeah, real shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like we was talking before the thing, bro. You know, you inspired me to do my thing with the podcast, bro.
Court.
So, you know, I had to get down here, come from LA to come holler at you, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I'm glad you came down here because I was watching your podcast the other day.
Appreciate that.
And that one with Bars.
Yeah, shout out to the homie
God.
Bars. There you go.
Now, I watched that thing. Me and my boy Shaw was talking about that. That was another masterpiece. First of all, we've been waiting to hear from Bars all these goddamn years. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he was in rare form telling it all.
Yeah.
What was it like being able to get the game directly from the horse's mouth, Court?
Well, you know what? The thing about, shout out to Big Boz, man. You know, that's my brother from another mother. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean? And my relationship with Boz go back 20 plus years.
My God.
Yeah. So, you know, I've been fortunate enough to be able to get that, what y'all saw, just an hour and some change. I've been getting that for 20 years at my disposal. You know what I'm saying? which I'm thankful for. I'm gracious for.
Yeah.
You know, Boz and P have always been kind of like my big brothers. You know,
Yeah.
I'm an only child. So, you know, but yeah, you know, Boz doesn't do media, you know, and if you know, in the past 20-some plus years of No Limit, you rarely see him
At all.
So he really only did that for me.
Of course.
He did that for me.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, being around P and Bars for 20-some years, man, can you just break down some of the game that they laid on you? And then, first of all, how the hell did you even get around them to begin with?
Well, see, this the thing, bro. You know, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
That's
right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the KCK side as well. You know, I was a rapper back in the 90s, you know, and so it wasn't too much industry in Kansas City. You know, it was just, we had a handful. We had like Vel Bacardi, Tech Nine,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
Tech
Rich
Nine.
the Factor.
Yeah.
It was only just a couple. And so this is way before the internet. You
Yeah,
know, some of the
come
youngsters, they don't know nothing about that. This
Come on.
this was to listen to my demo, you know what I mean,
with
where you
you.
was trying to get on. And so I basically, bruh, I used to send tapes to the record labels, you know what I'm saying? But this is back when you would send it to the majors and they would send it back, we don't accept unsolicited material. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to figure, I'm 17 years old, you
Yeah.
know? And I was a part of a group called CCG with my partner Cisco.
Okay.
And, you know, we was just trying to get on, bro. And so when I was sending the tapes to Jive and, you know, all these majors and shit like that, I couldn't get nobody. So I said, well, damn, let me send them to smaller labels. I didn't have the term. I didn't even understand what an independent was. I didn't even have that verbiage, you know.
Yeah.
So I ended up sending it to like Ruthless and Dog Day Records and Black Market and No Limit and Rap A Lot and all of that. And so what I would do is I would call the numbers on the back of the tapes and the CDs. So P had a voicemail. This is when he was in Oakland. And so I would just I would call and just fill the voicemail up all day, every day. I didn't want nobody else leaving no messages. You know what I'm saying? And I probably sent them about 10 tapes.
My God.
You know, and I just be on there, yeah, my name, Core Dog, I'm from Kansas City, I'm hot, this, that, and the other. And so I think I end up getting on his nerves. So we sent Mr. Serve on to get the package, you know, and end up listening to it. And he called me and was like, hey, I'm doing Down South Hustlers. That was the first album that I was on No Limit. If people remember the song R.I.P.
Yeah.
on Down South Hustlers.
Yes, sir.
To the Blue Magic sample.
Okay, then.
That's me that rapped third. I was 17, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's my picture on the inside of Down South Hustlers with CCG. I got on the black. So a lot of people just be putting that together even 20 plus years later.
Exactly.
You know, so that was how I initially got with No Limit.
Okay, talk to me about that Down South Hustlers time, because I mean that's a classic project as well,
it
man.
is.
So what was it like being a part of that?
Man, it was crazy, bro. That was like a dream come true because, again, this is the time that you got 8 Ball and MJG, UGK,
Come on.
you know, Trey 8. You have a lot, you know, P and No Limit, they all bubbling. And, you know, compilations, P kind of stamped and made compilations you know, a popular thing to do in that arena. I mean, he got that game from the Bay Area, but he blew it up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And so, you know, having some of the hottest artists at that time to just be able to share, to be able to be on the same album with them. Now, you got to think, I'm a 17-year-old kid in Kansas City, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? And that was my first gold record, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, man, that was a great time. You know, that's where music, because you know that's buying albums and all of that. That ain't streaming. You had the experience of going to the music store, buying the album, smelling it, reading the credits. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So, yeah.
Okay, now, Court, when you speak of that down south hustlers, though, that means you came in at a time that it was starting to bubble. It hadn't gotten all the way crazy yet. So first of all, when you touched down as an artist, what was it like coming in there and seeing, you know, being on the cusp of all of that greatness that was about to happen and knowing that I got in here just in time?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know all of that because you got to think. You know, hindsight's 2020. I'm a 17-year-old kid with no reference point of no music business entertainment. I just know this is something I want to do.
That's right.
So I'm watching. I mean, to me, it's big, but I don't know what I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, like I said, P was big already to us. Yeah. But he hadn't, you know, he was just
he hadn't become the icon yet.
He hadn't become the icon, but to us, he was already there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So being in California, being in Oakland, sharing an apartment with Mia X, with Servon, with C Murder, with Beast by the Pound, and you know, and and you got to understand it was a funny dynamic too, because we are the only people that aren't from Louisiana. So I had to adjust even to the lingo. I remember the first time, I think it might have been Serve, where he called me a bitch. But no, yeah, that's how we like, hold on, bro. We don't talk, you talking, did he call me a bitch, right? But then in New Orleans, a bitch is a person, place, a thing. Yeah. Everything is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whoa, bitch, I see you, bitch. I see you out there, bitch. We in this bitch.
We in it, bitch.
Whoa, bitch, was cracking with you, bitch. So I had to adjust to that. And I had to adjust to that. And so it was just a really a good experience. It was the first time we had been in a big studio. You know what I'm saying? P had took us to K-Lou. Shout out to K-Lou up in the Bay Area. Al Eaton, these are big producers. Al Eaton did a lot of Too Short's early stuff. Yeah. And these were heavyweights that we just would see on album covers, you know what I mean? And now we're recording with them. And I'm literally watching, you know, KLC and Beast by the Pound. I heard I'm Bout It when it wasn't even mixed. I heard Ice Cream Man instrumental.
Crazy.
Not understanding what that would become. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I can remember hearing I'm Bout It and being like, damn, what is this? Because I never heard nothing like it, you know? And I remember P saying, man, he said, man, I'm going to have the whole world saying I'm Bout It. And I remember thinking like, all right, you know what I'm saying? All right, you know, and yeah, I just watched it with my own eyes. But what I also witnessed was P's genius. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? His foresight. Yeah. And his work ethic. I was like, damn, this dude don't stop. Yeah. He don't stop. You know, and it was a fearlessness that I would take on, you know, for years to come. Yeah. Where, for P, it's like no dream or no goal or no task is too daunting. Nothing is too lofty. You know what I'm saying? If he get it in his mind that he won't do it, he gonna do it. But not only do it, but put the work in to do it.
That's right.
You know, and whatever it is that he wanna do, he goes after with utter confidence. You know what I'm saying? So that was another thing that I learned. Confidence. Like, shit, just do it. Come on. Half the battle showing up and just doing it. So I witnessed that at a early age, you know what I'm saying? So that had a profound effect on me as I grew as well, you know, through the business and even as a young man, you know.
Okay, so at what point did you realize that it was going all the way down and things had changed from down south hustlers and now Bout It had become a part of America's lexicon and everybody was saying that thing?
We was out in California for a few months. When we went back to Kansas City, that's when I seen it. When I went back home, we like in Kansas City, we was already fucking with P because 99 Ways to Die was bubbling. You know, Ghetto's trying to kill me. But when I came back home and all I heard was I'm Bout It in every car, Ice Cream Man in every car, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then, Yeah, and just in my travels, it would, and then the magazines, you see these, you know, these double ads, these 4-page ads, and you like, oh yeah, this shit changing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah.